My niggas scammers and robbers. Yeah, every day hit like the dollars. Double my chains in the water.
I filmed how there was no one.
No, I can't even laugh at this, bruh. This is genuinely sad. The clip you saw at the beginning was a video of rapper Smokepurpp, and as you could see, he was performing in front of like 10 people. There's definitely an important conversation to be had about this one, so with that being said, let's talk about it. Now, Smokepurpp. Do you guys remember Smokepurpp? A rapper who blew up back in 2017 alongside his friend and frequent collaborator Lil Pump. Smokepurpp blew up with the song Audi, which dropped back in May 2017. Leading up to that, he had a couple other songs that got a little bit of attention. Smokepurpp is also recognized from his affiliation with Cactus Jack that he was never really officially signed to on paper, but that's another conversation. I don't have much to say about Smokepurpp's music. Not a fan, never been one, which is why we're gonna cut to the chase. Now, yesterday, a video started going viral on social media. The video was the one I played you at the beginning. Smokepurpp was performing at, it looks like to be a very small venue. Not a lot of people there at all. As a matter of fact, there's like 10 people watching him perform.
My niggas scammers and robbers. Yeah, every day hit like the dollars. Double my chains in the water.
I filmed how there was no one.
He tryna run, but we gone.
So, where do we start? Well, first of all, the boy Jermaine, aka J. Cole, was obviously not lying. 1985, very relevant in this conversation, and I don't think I have to say more than that. I'm gonna be honest, man, I really don't have the guts to laugh at this video. It's genuinely sad that Smokepurpp, a guy who blew up 5 years ago, reached millions and millions of people with his music, was on the XXL cover, collaborated with Travis Scott. That guy is now struggling to pull an audience of 10 people. Mind you, Smokepurpp got 4 million followers on Instagram. Out of those 4 million, he only managed to pull an audience of like 10 people. I think that is scary, man. I'm really not gonna clown Smokepurpp in this video because he's currently getting his ass beat, figuratively speaking, especially on Twitter. I wanna use this moment to hit on some important things as it relates to rappers and the rap game. Now, do you know why this is sad? Well, because a lot of rappers don't realize that the high they're on is eventually gonna subside. And the question is, when that wave eventually fades away, what are you left with? See, a lot of rappers don't think about this because you're young as hell, you're lit on the gram, you're blowing up, the women love you, the lifestyle is treating you well, you're getting invited to all kinds of parties and functions, and you're making 10 times more money than you were making the year before that. You're just on this extremely satisfying high, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself, but you gotta make sure you do it responsibly. A lot of young rappers, unfortunately, don't think about their future. They're not really planning for anything really, they're just enjoying the little run they're having, not knowing there is an end to it. I know damn well Smokepurpp wasn't planning for this to happen, because who is? No one wants to end up as a has-been, bruh. That's not something anybody plans for, but it happens, and it happens a lot, especially in the music industry where the competition is sky high. There's always someone out there who's actively working to take your spot, and rappers tend to forget this, but you guys are competing with one another. Ain't no time for lazy studio sessions where you're smoking up, popping pills, and sipping lean. All that shit is done. You cannot move like that anymore, bruh. That's only gonna lead to one thing, which is in the end, you'll be a drug addict with nothing to show for it. The lifestyle is killing these rappers, bro, and it's sad that it's gotten to this point. Like I said, man, I don't think anybody plans for this, and I wanna make this clear. Everyone starts somewhere, so performing in front of 10 people is not the issue. This is how you get started. On that note, I wanna give Smokepurpp credit for putting his pride aside by performing for those 10, something people who showed up. He probably knew how it would look since people are always recording, but despite that, he was up there performing, which you got my respect 1000%. I can't really clown a man who's doing his job. At the end of the day, he's trying to put food on the table by any means, and for that reason, he gets my respect. That aside, this kind of thing happens for a lot of reasons. I would say that it's a combination of a lot of things in this case. As for Smokepurpp, he's always been an antics-driven rapper. That's one thing that's really big here. So that means that the bulk of attention he's gotten has been thanks to all the stuff he's done outside of the music. Now, this leads to a whole lot of attention, but not a whole lot of real fans, and you need real fans to eat. All that clout chasing shit, man, it's dead, and this right here is proof that it doesn't work as a long-term strategy. At some point, the juice is gonna run out, that wave will die. When it's all said and done, do you want to be remembered as the artist who, inspired people with their music, or do you want to be remembered as a clout chaser? For Smokepurpp, he's just now arriving to that 1985 stage. All the shit J. Cole said on that record is exactly what we're seeing in front of us right now. We gotta start having these conversations, and we gotta be blunt about it, just so there's no confusion as to what a good strategy is and what a bad strategy is. The clout chasing and antics driven route Smokepurpp took was a bad one, and this is why, okay? These are the consequences of that. I can imagine that this is going to be a very humbling experience for him. Personally, I don't get a kick out of seeing people struggle. Again, any man who does what he has to do in order to put food on his plate, you get my respect. That aside, we can't ignore the elephant in the room. This is unfortunately the future that's waiting for a lot of the young rappers we're listening to right now. Not everybody's gonna last. That is the cold hard truth. Sometimes you get a moment of success for a couple years, and then after that, we don't hear about you ever again. If you don't take your career seriously and you don't plan for your future, you will fall off. Ain't no way around it. I wanna recite some bars on 1985. I'm talking about this specific part right here because this part is very relevant to this conversation, but this is what J. Cole said. One day them kids that's listening gon' grow up and get too old for the shit that made you blow up. Now your show's looking light cause they don't show up, which unfortunately means the money slow up. Now you scrambling and hoping to get hot again, but you forgot you only popped cause you was riding trends. Now you old news and you going through regrets cause you never bought that house, but you got a Benz and a bunch of jewels and a bunch of shoes and a bunch of fake friends. I ain't judging you. I'm just telling you what's probably gonna happen when you rapping about the type of shit you rapping about. It's a faster route to the bottom. I wish you good luck. This situation should serve as a reality check for not only Smokepurpp, who's obviously going through it, but anybody who's working towards finding success in a rap game. Do not, and I repeat, do not base your entire career around antics and clout chasing. Base it off of making good music, because at the end of the day, all that other bullshit is not gonna last. Quote me on that shit. But yeah, Smokepurpp and the 1985 effect. I ain't gonna cap, bruh. I was shocked when I saw this because Smokepurpp blew up like 5 years ago, and here we are today. Like we covered, a video went viral of Smokepurpp performing where it looks like he's performing in front of less than 10 people. Do you have any thoughts on this entire situation? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. Like this video, by the way. Let's have a discussion about this.